YouTube, what's going on, man? It's Logan, aka Pittsburgh Jit. In today's banger video, I wanted to give you the top 5 meta loadouts here on Rebirth Island in Resurgence. Honestly, I'm with Verdansk coming back in Season 3. I'm definitely going to be more of a big map player or a BR player from here on out. But I did want to give you guys the top 5 meta loadouts that you could use in Resurgence, just because if you're still playing Rebirth Island, I wanted to give you the best classes. But without further ado, man, let's hop right into the loadouts. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so starting off with my perks and equipment, I rock stim shots as my tactical. Basically gives you outplay potential and a little bit of a health boost, like an overall boost, it regens your health and gives you a movement speed boost, so gives you just way too much outplay potential to, neglect. And then for my lethal, I'm rocking throwing knives. Basically gives you an insta finish whenever you down an enemy. And then for my perks, I actually have 2 perk packages. And my favorite one right now is Survivor in perk 1. It basically helps, if you're in a squad especially, it helps you, it regens your health after 3 seconds. But it also helps whenever you want to revive an enemy or they want to revive you. And then perk 2, I'm rocking Tracker. It basically auto pings enemies and like when you shoot them, and it gives you almost like wall hacks, like a red outline of an enemy like behind cover, and if you're close to somebody, you can follow their footsteps. So yeah, that's really nice. And then perk 3, I don't change anything in perk 3. I rock Tempered. It gives you a 2-plate vest essentially, as opposed to 3, plating up 3 times. But for my other perk package that I use, for perk 1 I rock Mountaineer. It's just, it's not as good as it was in MW3, but Mountaineer gives you less fall damage whenever you drop down from high heights. But yeah, I mean, it's personal preference when you want to rock Survivor or Mountaineer. And then my other perk 2 would be Quick Fix if I had it unlocked right now, but I just prestiged a few days ago or a week ago, so I don't have it unlocked yet. But I'm thinking about putting a permanent unlock token on there, but Quick Fix, you can plate up single-handedly, and it regens your health whenever you start plating up or get a kill. And then, like I said, perk 3, I always rock Tempered. I prioritize the 2-plate vest. But if you wanted something different, Resolute's not bad. And then especially in big map, like on BR, Ghost isn't bad either. But yeah, let's get into the actual class setups now, guys. As always, I start off with an honorable mention for you guys. An honorable mention loadout, and it begins with the GPR. The only thing the GPR is lacking is long range capability. It's extremely viable in close to medium range, but it falls off a cliff in long range, so that's why it's not in my top 5. But starting with the build, the iron sights are hideous, so I use a 1x optic, and it's the Volshevsky Reflex, which basically gives it 0 or little vertical or just visual recoil in general. For the muzzle, I got the compensator for that vertical recoil control. The reinforced barrel, which gives you best of both worlds, damage range and bullet velocity. The vertical foregrip, which works hand in hand with the compensator and gives you horizontal recoil control. And then to end it off, extended mag 2, which is the 60-round drum mag. And then I pair the GPR up with the compact. And this build in particular, it's still the same one I rocked in my PR video. I got a 22 kill Rebirth solos win with this exact build, so you have to try this thing out, man. But starting with the barrel, I don't rock an optic, and you don't need a barrel, or you don't need a muzzle. So we have the integrated suppressor barrel, which gives you bullet velocity and damage range, and keeps you off the mini map. the Ranger foregrip, which gives you horizontal recoil control and sprinting movement speed. And if you check, it literally doesn't really affect your recoil control when you have the vertical as opposed to the Ranger foregrip. It just gives you a boost to sprinting movement speed with the Ranger, so that's why I rock that. And then I have extended mag 3 on there, 60 round drum mag or 60 round mag in general, just because this gun shoots extremely fast, so you need the max ammo capacity for sure. The ergonomic grip for that slide to fire and ADS speed, and I didn't even realize it, but it gives you jumping ADS speed as well, so that's just like overall the best option. And in my particular opinion, I like no stock. The movement speed like boost you have with the no stock as opposed to the infiltrator or the balance stock is just unmatched. No stock is way better. Now jumping into the actual list now, we have the Cypher, and this gun, if I'm not mistaken, actually got a buff in Season 3, which is weird because this was the meta in Season 2. Like literally the entire season, Season 2, this was the meta AR. So again, we got the Volshevsky Reflex, a 1x optic that doesn't give you any negative penalties or cons. The compensator again for that vertical recoil control. The gain twist barrel for more bullet velocity, because in my opinion, bullet velocity matters on this gun, and you don't need the long barrel or the reinforced barrel. Gain twist is the best option, trust me. The vertical foregrip for that horizontal recoil control, again working hand in hand with the compensator. And extended mag 2, which gives you that 60 round mag. And then I pair the Cypher up with probably the best overall or all around SMG, which is the C9. And this is my build for it, man. So we got the long barrel, which gives you the maximum damage range. I think you're up to, yeah, you're almost up to 16 meters, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, so we got that. Extended mag 2, which is the 50 round drum mag. Just so if you're playing trios or quads, you don't run out of ammo. The ergonomic grip, again for that slide to fire and ADS speed and jumping ADS speed. The balanced stock, which in my opinion, I felt best with the balanced. It gives you strafing movement speed, hip fire movement speed, and aim walking movement speed. I know the compact I use the no stock, but I feel better with the C9 having the balanced stock on there. And then just to end it off, I use recoil springs, which just obviously gives you better recoil control, but I don't think you need the vertical or Ranger foregrips. I don't think they're usable. Like, I don't think they're viable. I think recoil springs is just the icing on the cake. And then for loadout number 4, it's actually the Kilo, but built as an SMG. Yeah, you heard me right, man. So the new meta here in Season 3, even on Verdansk on Big Map, is ARs built as SMGs. So, take it with a grain of salt, but I use the Kilo in this particular build. And we got the compensator for that vertical recoil control and recoil stabilization. The Ranger foregrip for horizontal recoil control, sprinting movement speed, and recoil stabilization. Extended mag 1, just because you hold on to more mobility than extended mag 2 or 3. And 50 rounds is plenty. That's almost overkill, but I think it's needed. The ergonomic grip for, again, slide to fire ADS and jumping ADS speed. And we're back to the no stock, especially on an AR. But if you're building it as an SMG, you want to be as fast as humanly possible. So I use the no stock for that reason, but you get hip fire movement speed, and strafing movement speed. So, just my personal build for this, but this is the Kilo SMG. And then I pair that up with a sniper. Well, I guess a marksman rifle, but it's the Kar 98, man. I mean, everybody knows this gun. It's still viable here in Season 3. I think it even got buffed. So, yeah, here's my build for it. I got the SPX 80 6.6 times optic. Just my optic of preference, but I think the range collar is good too. I think it's all the way at the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Yeah, the range collar V3.4 optic. That's not bad either, but I like the SPX 80. The Sonic Suppressor L for that bullet velocity and damage range and keeps you off the mini-map. I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly, but the Precision Jouer 7.62 long barrel. There, I said it. For that bullet velocity and damage range. The recon sling for that flinch resistance and aiming idle sway. And the high grain ammunition, which you guessed it, gives you more bullet velocity and damage range, but the high grain rounds, the long barrel, and the sonic suppressor, or really any suppressor in general, but those three attachments are essential for the build just to give you the maximum effective damage range and bullet velocity. And then getting into loadout number 3, man, again back to the ARs built as SMGs. It's the AK-74 built as an SMG. So we got the compensator on there for vertical recoil control, the Ranger foregrip for horizontal recoil control and sprinting movement speed, extended mag 1 for just to hold on to more mobility than extended mag 2 or 3 again. Extended mag 1, I think you need extended mag 1, especially in trios and quads. Yeah, I don't think extended mag 2 is worth it because it slows down your ADS speed and your sprint to fire a little bit, but I really worry about ADS speed when you're building an AR as an SMG, so extended mag 1's fine. We got the ergonomic grip, again for slide to fire ADS and jumping ADS speed. The infiltrator stock, which gives you aim walking movement speed, like this, it's actually nuts. Again, you gotta trust me on the build, but like I put a video out. I think this is my most recent video, but I have this exact build and I'm using the infiltrator stock, and you strafe super quick. It's better than the light stock and it's better than the balanced stock, in my opinion. And then yeah, man, we got an actual sniper on here, so you know that the HDR has been terrorizing Verdansk lately, but it's still viable on Rebirth if you have the right build for it. So I use the monolithic suppressor for bullet velocity and damage range and keeping yourself off the mini map. The gain twist barrel for maximum bullet velocity, which you're over 1200 meters per second, so that's a check mark. The fast mag 1 for the ADS and sprint to fire speed, and you reload a little quicker, I guess. The quick draw grip for the ADS speed, because you're down to 480 milliseconds, which, I mean, that's the best you can do, really. Well, maybe not the best you can do. You could put fast mag 2 on there, but it literally drops it by 10 milliseconds. It's not a big deal. And then the overpressured rounds for more bullet velocity. So this gun is probably the best gun in the game. It's definitely the best gun in the game for big map, but for Rebirth, this is the best sniper in the game. So give it a try and let me know what you think, man. And then for loadouts, basically 1 and 2, the actual meta. These can be used interchangeably, but starting with number 2, we got the Growl conversion kit for the SWAT 5.56, and it gives you basically the opportunity to shoot full auto, and it gives you some movement speed and recoil control. The quick draw grip for the ADS and jumping ADS speed. The full auto extended mag, which is the only option for your mag if you want above a 30 round mag, so that's that. The vertical foregrip for horizontal recoil control, and the monolithic suppressor again for bullet velocity and damage range, and it keeps you off the mini map. But if you don't like the monolithic and you can't handle the recoil, put on the compensator and you'll be happy with that. And then to pair up the growl, I use the SOG. Let's just put it this way, the SOG is underrated. The only thing it's lacking is damage range, but it shoots insanely fast and kills insanely quick. But for the muzzle category, I use the vertical recoil compensator. Vertical recoil control compensator, yeah, whatever. The long barrel for damage range. The Ranger foregrip for horizontal recoil control and sprinting movement speed. Extended mag 2, which is the max. You get a 55 round mag. Drum mag at that, but that's the max, and you need 50 rounds or more on this. And the light stock, which gives you overall the best movement speed, hipfire movement speed, and strafing movement speed. And then getting into my favorite loadout in the game for Rebirth, it's going to be, for long range, it's going to be the AMAX. I have a video on this gun as well, this exact build on my channel. I think it was like posted a week ago, but yeah, for my optic, I like the Otero red dot, and in specific, if you haven't unlocked the green minimal optic or reticle, whatever, you need to get 75 eliminations, and this, in my opinion, is super clean. The muzzle category, we have the monolithic suppressor for the bullet velocity and damage range and keeping yourself off the minimap. The gain twist barrel for max bullet velocity. The vertical foregrip for horizontal recoil control. And extended mag 1, which you just hold on to more mobility than extended mag 2. But especially on Rebirth, you don't need any more than 45 rounds on this gun. This thing kills super quick if you can handle the recoil. Again, if you can't handle the recoil, put on the compensator, but if you can, just try and stay off the minimap and use the suppressor. And the monolithic is ideal. And then the best SMG right now, it's kind of a sleeper actually, but it's the KSV, man. This thing's TTK even at long range is like insane. So here's my build for it. We got the compensator for vertical recoil control, the long barrel for that damage range, extended mag 2, which gives you a 50 round mag, and you're gonna need it. Extended mag 1 won't cut it. This gun shoots pretty quick as well. I didn't even realize how fast it shot until, I got into like some games with it, and yeah, you need extended mag 2 for sure. The balance stock, and in my opinion, this is the best option. I used to run no stock, and I just prefer balance stock. The strafing movement speed is way better, and you still get movement speed, boosts in general, so I like the balanced. And then again, recoil springs just for that extra attachment. It keeps you balanced, keeps you, grounded with your recoil control. So yeah. Yeah, man, that pretty much sums up my top 5 metal loadouts for Rebirth Island and Resurgence in Season 3. But I just wanted to say we're on the road to 150 subscribers, man. And hopefully by the time you're watching this video, if it's a week down the road, 2 weeks down the road, we have hit that milestone. But I just wanted to take a minute to shout you guys out. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. And I will catch you all in the next one, man. Peace out.